Alright, so today I'm going to be re-listening to the classic Symptoms of a Broken Spirit by Architects. Architects are one of my favorite bands of all time. I literally love every album they've ever made. Classic Symptoms, out of all of their albums, is the only one that I haven't really come back to, and I haven't listened to this album in full since it came out. And I'm someone that loves For Those That Wish to Exist and The Here and Now, which are two albums from Architects that people didn't really like, and that saw a lot of hate from fans of their previous albums. Now, I obviously remember quite a few of these tracks. Deep Fake, Tear Gas, I've heard a ton. I remember Spit the Bone having the bleh in it that everyone was talking about at the time. I don't remember Living Is Killing Us. Now, when we were young, I absolutely loved this song, like a lot. And it honestly kind of brought some of the Here and Now vibes with the lyrics and the harmonics used in the riff. Doomscrolling, I kind of remember liking things about it, but I think this is one of those songs that I had some issues with. I remember the vocals being a little bit jarring, and I think that has to do with mostly like the lyrics being kind of rhymey and sing-songy. I don't think they worked very well with that nasally scream singing that Sam does, and that was kind of a big issue with a couple tracks I remember on this album. I didn't really like the vocals very much, which is insane because Sam is one of my favorite vocalists of all time. I love his vocals, and don't get me wrong, I remember him sounding great on the singles, but there was a couple songs, maybe Spit the Bone, that I just didn't really mess with the vocals. And again, I haven't re-listened to this since watching those interviews about the album. I think Dan and Sam went on a podcast. I watched some other interview with Sam where they were talking about the album and how they were just having a lot of fun making it, and you know, this album was made pretty quickly. Sam even admitted like this isn't their best stuff, you know what I mean, but they were having a lot of fun with this album, and I respect that, you know what I mean. I think that Architects deserves to make whatever they want. They've been through so much and they have so many amazing 10 out of 10 albums just with incredible lyrics, thought-provoking moments, just absolutely incredible music, especially Daybreaker through All Our Gods, in my opinion. Tom created that sound that they're known for, and then they sadly lost him. Holy Hell was an incredibly dark album, and it was, you know, made in the sound that Tom created. There were a lot of riffs and stuff on that album that actually were written by Tom, but for Holy Hell, I feel like everybody just loved and adored Architects, and then I guess people kind of felt like they were betrayed when they changed their sound, which is interesting because Architects has changed their sound in almost every album. I know that Lost Forever, Lost Together, All Our Gods, and Holy Hell are kind of in the same vein, and the majority of the people that were being like really awful about this were only fans of like Holy Hell and All Our Gods. They never went back and heard Daybreaker, The Here and Now, where they've made a lot of music that is softer, tons of clean vocals. They've been making songs like that since like 2009, you know what I mean? This isn't new if you're a fan of their whole discography. So yeah, I think that Architects, more than almost every other band, except for like maybe Linkin Park, deserves to do absolutely whatever they want. And this album, I'll never hate on it because of that, you know? I respect this album, and I happen to love For Those That Wish to Exist. I really love that. But this, the first time I heard it, I remember almost feeling like this was For Those That Wish to Exist, but they removed everything that I loved about For Those That Wish to Exist. All of the experimentation and orchestral elements and celestial synth that is layered throughout For Those That Wish to Exist is gone on here. They kind of went for more of an electronic, arena rock, industrial kind of thing, kind of like Animals and Ordinary Extinction. And I love Animals, don't get me wrong, but my favorite parts of For Those That Wish to Exist are not those tracks. It's not an Ordinary Extinction. It's not Black Lungs. Those aren't my favorite songs, you know what I mean? My favorite songs are like Little Wander and Dead Butterflies. Discourse is Dead, of course. I love the bridge of Giving Blood. Impermanence isn't even my favorite. I'm not a bit. I love like the synth work in Impermanence. I think it's incredible. I love the way it starts. The verses, super good vocals from Sam on this track. Flight Without Feathers, I absolutely love this song, you know what I mean? I like the more experimental, weird ones. I think Goliath and Libertine are super underrated as well. And then I wasn't really a fan of the lyrics on this album either, from what I remember. There's a lot of talk about like phones and social media, I think, like Doomscrolling. I think there's some other songs that might mention it, and I kind of don't really like when songs talk about like comments in like the internet and stuff. I'm like, I know that's just a personal thing, and they're spitting facts, don't get me wrong. I don't disagree with what they're saying. I just kind of find it like not that. Same with like the rhymey choruses on here. They kind of sing songy, like silly rhymey choruses and stuff, lyrics on this. I just kind of can't take it seriously. But again, I watched those interviews with Sam and Dan, and they were saying like you're not supposed to take it seriously necessarily. It's kind kind of supposed to be silly. When I went into this album, I was expecting it to be like all their other albums, which have like thought-provoking lyrics about, you know, the modern world. There's like existential lyrics as well, about the universe and life, you know what I mean? It's very thought-provoking a lot of the time. So I come into this and it's like super non-serious, kind of rhymey, and again, like those interviews gave me a big perspective, a different perspective on this album, because they were saying it's supposed to be like that. I just went into this album like any other Architects album, so it was kind of off-putting, a little bit jarring. But anyway, my point is that I'm going to be going into this, re-listening to it with a different perspective on the album, you know what I mean, than the first time I heard it. I remember liking A New Moral Low Ground and Be Very Afraid quite a bit. Like, I remember liking a lot of elements of these tracks. I just felt like something was missing, and something just kind of, it just wasn't it, you know what I mean? I just think that this new album that's coming out, all the singles so far have just been such a big improvement. I think if it went from For Those Who Wish to Exist straight to their new album, I think people would be loving it a lot more. I think this album put off a lot of people. And again, this album isn't even bad. It's literally not even bad music. Like, objectively, it's not. I think this album is just a very strange moment in their discography, you know what I mean? Kind of similar to the Here and Now. I mean, the two albums are very similar because they got a lot of hate when they came out, to the point that the band even came out and agreed that it wasn't their best work. The only difference is I don't like this one very much, and I love the Here and Now. Everything about the Here and Now, the lyrics, everything about it. I almost feel like this is like a side project, like a side album that they came out with. They just wanted to quickly make something. They had a lot of fun making it, but it doesn't quite fit Architects. But anyway, let's get it started with Deepfake. I'm gonna know Deepfake and Tear Gas. I remember both of these songs really well. I checked all the singles out for this album on the channel, so I know all the singles, but I never even checked the album out on the channel when it came out. So yeah, this is kind of my first time like really sitting down, listening to the whole thing start to finish with lyrics. I'm gonna read the lyrics, but yeah, I have a whole different perspective on the album. Especially hearing the new stuff, you know, they're kind of going back into the heaviness a bit. This isn't like the full new direction that this band is going in, and I didn't think it was. I didn't think this was a permanent sound for the band. They've never really had a permanent sound. They've changed it up every single album. But yeah, with hindsight, and especially with those interviews with the band talking about it, it's definitely made me respect this album a lot more, and I think it's time that I revisit it. So let me shut the fuck up, because holy shit, I just talked for way too long. Let's get into this, man. Oh yeah, I remember this part. I like this part. I like this song a lot, actually. Really catchy chorus. Yeah, this is very For Those That Wish to Exist, very Animals. They're just leaning even more to that arena rock. And there's no orchestral elements. It's more cinematic. Deepfake. This This part is sick when Sam just goes full unhinged. The broken glass is so dumb.
We see the cards and we go to fold. We play along, but it soon grows old.
Still slaps though, you know what I mean? Oh, halftime. It's interesting, this is almost the title track for those that wish to exist. Keep fake. Oh, I was off, damn it. But yeah, super good song. I like Tear Gas as well. I like the synth, the fucking little in the background. You know what I'm talking about. The music video is also really funny. But yeah, there's no song in For Those That Wish to Exist that actually says, like, wish to exist or for those that wish to exist in it, right? So that was almost like a title track. This is very much kind of like a part two, like a brother to For Those That Wish to Exist. It's just, yeah, more stripped back, leaning more into the success that they got from like Animals. And I really like the industrial beats, you know what I mean? The Rammstein influence, the Nine Inch Nails influence. I just think so many bands are doing it that it's kind of lost its touch recently. I think Animals by Architects was like the big one that started it almost. I know there was ones before that. But this Animals was absolutely massive. Bad Omens then came out with quite a few songs that had that kind of thing going on. I just miss the riffs, man. I feel like so many bands are getting rid of riffs. Like two of the big riff gods, Architects and Thornhill, the riffs are nowhere to be found. Like where'd they go? Come on, guys, give me one. All right, Tear Gas, let's do it. Ugh. Oh, it's so like video game, dude. Oh, that's such a good guitar tone. This is so Black Ops 1. Going through the Pentagon. Cool percussion. There's that falsetto. That kind of whisper head voice that Sam does a lot on For Those That Wish to Exist. Not one of my favorite things. It works though. It sounds good with the sound they're going for. Oh, this part is just so sick. I really like the percussion on this song. You know, it's this kind of It's just kind of like sing-songy, kind of rhymey back and forth, like we could be unstoppable, stand up, make a change. I've always thought those lyrics are a little bit cringe, you know what I mean, outside of like 80s music. The first time I heard this, I was taking every lyric like as like at face value, completely seriously, and I was just like, this is so cheese. But then in those interviews where they actually talk about the hate that the lyrics were getting, and they're like, yeah, it's kind of like ironic. It's like kind of like a parody. They're not supposed to be taken at face value. And I was just like, well, fuck, that adds a whole different perspective on all of these lyrics, you know what I mean? And it's still not my favorite thing to listen to, you know, but it does help knowing that they're like self-aware at least, you know what I mean? And they were just having fun. Ooh, there's some orchestral elements here. I don't remember there being any on this album. Oh yeah, this is pretty sick, I remember this. Very beat down. Vocals are great on this track. Not a big fan on this whispery head voice, but it sounds good for what they're going for, you know what I mean? Ugh. Yeah, that's cool. It's a good song, man. It is. Okay, Spit the Bone. I remember not really liking this very much, even though I think it's like the heaviest track on the album. I remember not liking the vocals. I remember it being kind of like rhymey. Yeah, I remember thinking that was kind of silly. Oh, it's very An Ordinary Extinction, isn't it? Very, very similar. Oh, Ordinary right there. This part's pretty cool. I just think that lyrics kind of weird. Ooh, the synth is really cool. See, it's so like... God, I'm liking a lot about it, but then like... See, I'm liking a lot about like the synth work in the background. I like that sound a lot. I'm not having as big of a problem with the vocals as I thought I would have with this song. I remember really not liking them very much. Like, this part is cool.
If you're gonna burn that bridge, then you better learn to paddle. But I bet you don't, I saw you when you backed the boat. Read my lips if you're deafened by the rattle. If you chew it up, don't forget to spend the blood.
yeah, there it is.
If you're gonna burn that bridge, then you better learn to paddle. But I bet you don't. I saw you when you burnt the boat. Read my lips if you're deafened by the rattle. If you chew it up, don't forget to spread the cannibals.
Yeah, see, super catchy song. I like a lot about it. The now we're all cannibals lyric, man, I can't get behind it. And that song is not as heavy as I remember either. In looking at the plays on here, it does look like this isn't one of the more popular songs on here. But Burn Down My House has quite a lot of plays, and I do remember liking this song quite a bit. You know, there was a lot less experimentation on this album than there was on For Those That Wish to Exist. But I remember there being a couple songs on here that were very, very different. I think Burn Down My House was one of those, Doomscrolling as well. And then All the Love in the World, I remember thinking was really good. And every time I see the song title, All the Love in the World, I just think of the Nine Inch Nails song as well, which kind of makes sense because there's some very Nine Inch Nails vibes going on this album. But alright, Burn Down My House, I remember liking the lyrics on here. I remember hearing some emotion from Sam, which I remember thinking this album was pretty sterile. And I remember liking the lyrics on this song as well. So yeah, let's re-listen to it. I haven't heard it in over a year. It has to be at this point. So. Oh yeah, that grungy kind of bass. I love his voice, man. Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember this chorus now. This chorus gives me chills, man. This was definitely one of my favorite tracks when I heard this album. I remember, yes. There's that, like, reverb delay on his vocals that just, oh. One of the more atmospheric tracks, I think. Yeah. Oh my god. That is straight up That's the Spirit by Bring Me the Horizon. With the xylophone, and then you have that vocal sample in the background that kind of reminds me of, I think it's Run. Wow, this is literally That's the Spirit. I love that. Wow, that is so That's the Spirit. Oh, there's that bass. Really fragile, broken vocals from Sam here. Wow, I cannot get over how much that sounds like That's the Spirit. Oh, there's kind of an outro here. Well, I wish that synth was louder. That synth really reminds me of another Architect song. Did they use that synth or a similar synth in Gravity? Yeah, that synth in the back. It's very similar. Right? But anyway, on to Living is Killing Us. I think this is going to be the one I remember the least, because I couldn't tell you a single thing about this one, man. Oh, very Nine Inch Nails. I love the synth. Very video game soundtrack. Oh. This is reminding me of... Is it Tears for Fears? There's some 80s band. What song is that? Very dancey. This instrumental is really full. It's less stripped back than the other songs, and I like that a lot. God knows. Reoccurring lyric. Damn, I like these vocals. Tons of atmosphere. Heresy, Nine Inch Nails. Where has this song been? This song has all the atmosphere on it. Whoa. There's a trap beat, hi-hats in the background. What the hell is happening? Yeah, that bass riff. Very Muse.
Living is killing us.
Okay. That's a hidden gem right there, man. It doesn't even have that many plays. That was so much better than Spit the Bone. So much better than Spit the Bone. Dude, that was a great song. That was really good. Still not something I would really listen to all that much, but that was a very good song. I'm very surprised because that was like the one that was the one that I looked at the title and I was like, dude, I don't remember that song. I don't know why. That song had tons of atmosphere, really full production. I think that was really good. And it's between Burn Down My House and When We Were Young, two of the favorites for me. When We Were Young, man, I loved this song from the beginning. Again, it brought some of the Here and Now vibes with the lyrics and some of the guitar. But man, it does not fit this album at all, does it? It is very different compared to these other songs. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Love the vocals on this track. Great chorus too, man.
Is there something in your eye? Did you follow or you just on a high? Everybody's so afraid they could die, but they never once said, thank God we're alive. Oh!
Love that open space.
Is there something in your eye? Did you follow or you just on a high? Everybody's so afraid they could die, but they never once said, thank God we're alive. When we were young, we thought we had the whole world figured out. We flew into the sun. We thought we had the whole world figured out. Now all we do is speak in tongues.
Simple drums on here, but they sound great.
Now we hear the shouts fading out. We flew into the sun.
Yeah, man, and that song is very stripped back as well. There's like no electronics really on there. That guitar just adds enough atmosphere to that empty space. I think this is the best song on the album. This was the first single as well. And I thought that this album was going in a completely different direction because of When We Were Young. This song is groovy, it's dancey, it's got great fucking screams, man. It flows so well. This is just such a solid track. But next song, Doomscrolling. I remember liking this song, but again, it has some of those jarring vocals in it. But again, honestly, the vocals so far haven't been as jarring as I remember them being.
No betting on tomorrow, but we all have a tragedy.
love the way it's starting. I'm remembering it as it's playing. I'm liking the lyrics a lot so far, actually. I don't think I've ever read them. Yeah, it's like this part. This whole album is filled with his vocal style and this kind of melody. This kind of rhyming melody. I think it's a little jarring and it's very repetitive. But damn, I'm really fucking with this song. You know what I mean? I can overlook it because of how good the song has been so far. And yeah, I remember liking this song. It's just I remember there being the rhyminess on this song more than any of the other ones, I think. God, I love this part. Tons of energy with the drums. Whoa. See? Oh, that's very For Those That Wish to Exist right there. Like, it is very catchy, you know what I mean? Ooh, where's this going? I don't remember the bridge at all. Yeah, I don't like the rhyminess. Like, it sounds fine, it's just a personal bias I have. Oh, it's still building? Okay. Lose! It just... Yeah, it's a bit jarring. I don't remember the ending of this song at all. Like, I like the lyrics, I just don't like the roots. Still a great song, man. Ooh, kind of a transition. Architects don't do many of those. Oh, I remember this song actually. I'm taking you to war. Yeah, this song's pretty cool. I only remember that part though. Like, what is going on with these lyrics, man? That's so cool. Oh. You're telling me there's a Here and Now reference on this album? Ooh, alright, well, it seems like this album definitely has a lot more to offer than I thought. Yeah, I remember liking this one. What the fuck? I just remember that chorus. Ooh. Here and Now mention, man. Unreal. Pretty cool. Alright, I know this song. I think this was one of my favorites for sure. This one has that guitar solo in it. Yeah, I love this part. That's right, this song has that cracks in the earth reference. Here it is, too close to home, cutting too close to the bone. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why.
Taste
Oh, that's right. It gets a little. Oh, I love that. Oh, gorgeous. Again, there's some songs in here that have a lot more atmosphere than I remember. Oh yeah, the solo. Yeah, this is one of the best tracks, yeah, for sure. I knew that. This is the one, man. I probably listened to the most. Besides for when we were young. I love some of these references to very obscure tracks, honestly. I don't know how many people have listened to that song and knew Cracks in the Earth. Probably like 3. Now again, I remember this song being really good, getting stuck in my head all the time, kind of similar to Burn Down My House as well. It's one of the more unique songs on the album. I haven't heard this in a long time though. Oh, this does not sound familiar at all. There's so many O's in this album, man. Oh yeah, this is the part. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, here's all that. All the rhyming, man. It's catchy though, I can't deny it, you know? I'm surprised there weren't more of these gang vocal moments on this album, not gonna lie. those background vocals. Wow, I don't remember anything about this song except for the all that love in the world part. This part is all I remember. I just got this part stuck in my head and it would just repeat over and over. Yeah, super solid song. That I think that had the most rhyming in it out of any of the songs, not gonna lie. Again, that was full of that vocal style in the melodies. It's no other Architects album has it. I mean, overall, I'm still enjoying listening to this, you know what I mean? It's still fun, it's still objectively good. But yeah, we're on the last track. I remember this one being pretty good. I remember it being like the heaviest song on the album, I think. I thought Spit the Bone was way heavier, but it's definitely not. I think this is the heaviest song next to When We Were Young and A New Moral Low Ground, I think. I remember this song starting with like a really good drum fill, and then the chorus is like insane. Like it's a very different song for the album. It also has, it's technically like the title track for the album because they say the classic symptoms of a broken spirit in the title, in the chorus. But anyway, let's get into this. This is the last song here. Yeah, overall, man, this is a fun album to listen to for sure. You know, it still remains probably like the bottom two, this and Nightmares, for their whole discography. But yeah, overall, I respect it. It's not nearly as stripped back as I remember. There's a lot more going on with the instrumentals, even though they are more simple, way more simple, you know what I mean? There is a lot more going on than I remember. It still is definitely way stripped back from For Those That Wish to Exist, and I would still say that this is kind of For Those That Wish to Exist, and I would still say that this is For Those That Wish to Exist. They've just kind of removed my favorite parts of it. Oh, that siren sound. Really some blows. I'm liking the atmosphere on this part right here. So different. That like I don't know if it's like a kid or like a female vocal kind of hey, doing that hey. It sounds so similar to the sample that is used in Wonderful Life by Bring Me the Horizon. It's kind of Marilyn Manson. Oh yeah, the birds, that's right. I remember they ended it with birds. It's pretty outro. I definitely think this album has a lot more to offer than I, thought it did the first time I heard it. Having a different mindset, going into this album with the same mindset you'd go into any other album that Architects has is probably not that good of an idea. Re-listening to this, hearing like Black Hole in the new singles that, they're going in a different direction, definitely a heavier direction, more of a metalcore direction. Having hindsight on that, knowing this is kind of a one-off, kind of weird side thing, you know what I mean? Definitely helps. This is still definitely not my style. I'm not that big on the lyrics. There's definitely some great lines, some very clever writing on this album, don't get me wrong. But yeah, there's still some areas where I feel like the vocals are a bit jarring. The kind of rhymey, sing-songy kind of thing going on. I'm still not that big of a fan of. It happened a lot less frequently than I remember it happening. I remember this album just being like all that, you know what I mean, for some reason. And there's definitely songs on here with a lot more atmosphere than I thought, a lot fuller instrumentals than I remember there being. There's not very many big like lead guitar moments either. It's all very industrial, chuggy guitar or rhythm guitar, you know what I mean? There's no big leads. But yeah, overall, man, knowing the full context of this album and hindsight, this album's very fun to listen to, man. I think the new album they're coming out is gonna absolutely destroy every single song on this album, except for maybe When We Were Young. So I'm very, very excited to hear the full album. By the time this comes out, you'll already have seen that video. If you haven't, definitely check it out. And yeah, I think I've basically said everything I want to say, so definitely let me know what you thought down below. Definitely subscribe if you are interested in future Architects videos. I have tons of Architects videos on the channel already, but I am planning on making a top 15 most underrated Architects songs video very soon in the next few days. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe and check out my Twitch link in the description if you want to come check out a stream. Go follow me over there. But I've been feeling like I've needed to re-listen to this ever since watching those interviews back in like 2023. So yeah, I'm really happy that I revisited it. And yeah, take it easy.